Huh? Samuel froze, and so did the rest. What does he mean? Samuel frowned. Are you saying that you're the god of war? Levi smiled. Yes, I am the god of war. But I never knew you. The crowd burst into laughter. Samuel especially laughed his head off. Even old man Harry was amused as he had never seen such a sensationalist before. Clown. Levi is such a clown. Gosh, Zoe, your husband is hilarious. Melanie, Samuel's wife, derided. He called himself the god of war, just to prove himself and save his pride. Do you even know who the god of war is? He's the commander-in-chief of 9 military regions who can wipe off a clan with just his words. What? Is the prison a war zone? Geez, Zoe, what a husband you have there. I feel terrible for you. The others also tried to get a word in. Don't bring him out in the future, Zoe. You might not think it's embarrassing, but we do. Yeah, don't ever let him attend any of our family banquet in the future. The Lopez family wants to preserve our reputation. Aaron, your family is really rotten. I'm so disappointed in you. Harry gave Aaron a dark look. God. What sin have I committed in my previous life to deserve this? Aaron and Caitlin looked down, their expressions ugly. This is the most humiliating day ever. Zoe sat in the corner. In the face of many insults and derision, she didn't utter a single word, but tears rolled down her cheeks silently. Never in her mind would she expect to be confronted by such humiliating moments. Zoe looked at Levi, feeling a little disgusted. She didn't mind that Levi was imprisoned, nor did she mind the stigma of him having gone to prison. All she cared about was Levi's attitude. Initially, she thought that he would start from scratch and live a practical life after he got out of prison. But the Levi Garrison right now was a bitter disappointment. He's so unrealistic. A sensationalist. Not to mention his damned pride. What a buffoon. Zoe didn't want to admit that this was her husband. Okay, aren't you the god of war? Samuel refused to let Levi off so easily. There will be a welcome banquet tomorrow night in Northampton, specially dedicated to welcome this big shot. I hope to see you there. Samuel was up to date. Indeed, there was such a banquet. As Levi had decided to settle down in Northampton, the higher-ups had assigned him as the deputy of Northampton, which was more reasonable. After all, his purpose of being here was uncertain, and everyone was afraid of this big shot. It was easy to cause panic. For this reason, Northampton had decided to host a welcome banquet. Oh? Can you also attend such a welcome banquet, Samuel? Harry couldn't help but ask upon hearing their conversation. Samuel squared his shoulders and smiled. I just received 2 invitation cards. In fact, Samuel had gone out of his way to buy 2 invitation cards for $2 million just to show off at the family banquet today. All those present looked at Samuel in awe. Now that's $2 million well spent. He thought to himself smugly. Can you get any more of this invitation card, Samuel? Harry asked cautiously. If so, your father and I would like to expand our horizons. Fabian gazed at Samuel with anticipation in his eyes. I'll get it no matter what. Samuel flat out agreed, although he could feel the burn in his pocket. That's another $2 million there. It's just a matter of one phone call. Samuel made a call and purchased 2 more invitation cards. Say, Zoe, Melanie said, scooting over to Zoe. Will I see you at the banquet tomorrow? Ha ha ha. Zoe's face darkened, knowing that Melanie was embarrassing her on purpose. Not long after, a black car stopped in front of Golden Port Hotel, with a man in a suit walking in soon after. "Aren't you Riley, the secretary?" Harry quickly went up to greet him upon realizing who the visitor was. Riley, who came into contact with the upper management every day, was the secretary of the Northampton office building. Surely, he had to show his respect. "Greetings, Mr. Lopez. I'm here for one simple purpose, to send the Lopez family 10 invitation cards for tomorrow's banquet." After dropping off 10 invitation cards, Riley left in a hurry. It was a mission assigned to him from the head secretary of Northampton. At this moment, the head secretary of Northampton was sitting in the car outside. He was afraid of meeting the legendary god of war. The words of his big boss echoed clearly in his ears: every important family member of the god of war's father-in-law's family must attend tomorrow's banquet. He was to send out the invitations in a low-profile manner while keeping the identity of the sender unknown. Hence, he had assigned Riley for the task. Levi said nothing when he saw this scene. Samuel, however, was taken aback. "What's going on? Didn't I just buy 2 invitation cards? Why did they send us 10 cards at once? And who was it again?" "Riley, the secretary." "You're the best grandson-in-law, Samuel," Harry guffawed. "To have the secretary from the office building send us 10 invitations at once with just a word, the Lopez family is proud of you." Fabian was all smiles. "Damn. You're amazing, Samuel." Sean regarded Samuel with admiration. "Melanie has indeed married a good man. You're surely the happiest woman in the world. Unlike Zoe, who married a criminal." "I'm sorry that my husband is too amazing, Zoe. Just say the word if you need our help in the future." "But I dare not get too close to you, though," Melanie paused. "Lest someone tries to jump his sister-in-law." Zoe could feel her anger boiling up. It was obvious that Melanie was insulting her, but she couldn't do anything about it. Samuel's ability to have the secretary from the office building send the invitation cards in person with just a phone call was just too over the top. Besides, an invitation for a banquet of this level wasn't something the Lopez family could easily obtain. Aaron and Caitlin, on the other hand, were even more envious. "With a son-in-law like that, I bet we'll wake up with a smile every morning. Life will be all about counting money." "Right, isn't Samuel's brother in love with our daughter?" However, the couple couldn't change Zoe's mind, so they didn't muse out loud. Meanwhile, Samuel was completely flummoxed by the whole thing. "Where in the world do I find connections in Northampton? They must be mistaken. But since it's at this point now, I guess I should just go along with it. It'll make me look good, anyway." Samuel chuckled. "I'm sorry, Grandpa. I could only get us 10 invitations. After all, there aren't many places available for this kind of banquet." Harry grinned from ear to ear. "You're the cream of the crop, Samuel. Here, let Grandpa give you a toast." Upon seeing this, Aaron was green with envy. "Grandpa, why don't you distribute these invitations?" Samuel said. "Sure." Harry had 4 children in total. Everyone received an invitation, all except for Aaron's family. The last few remaining invitations were given to Sean and some of his favorite grandchildren. "Thank you, Grandpa." Sean and the others flourished the invitation cards in their hands before Aaron's family. Without a word said, Aaron's family bowed their heads and remained silent. In Harry's eyes, they were no better than the younger ones, and they acknowledged it. They could only blame themselves for being worthless. Just then, someone's voice broke the silence. "Why didn't we get an invitation?" It was Levi.